Hello there. I have a 2014 Hyundai Santa Fe, and I had some issues with some water basically leaking out from underneath the dashboard and getting my inside carpet by the passenger side just completely soaked. And my assumption was the drainage was blocked. And I went on YouTube, and a guy sort of offered some advice to kind of poke like a hanger or a stiff piece of wire up the exit hose that's underneath the car where the water drains out. And I tried that, but it did not work. And so I took it down to the Hyundai dealership because the car is under warranty, and they would not cover it. They said it was due to maybe trees or pollen or whatever, which, yes, I do park my car under trees, not only here at home quite a bit, but I did say to the service people there at Hyundai that I've had many cars parked under the same trees for many years and have never had this issue, and I truly believe that this is a defect that will eventually become some maybe sort of recall for Hyundai. But at any rate, I decided not to have Hyundai do the repair, to charge me money basically for something I thought was their fault. And so I took it upon myself to basically borrow an air compressor, and I got a nozzle with a cylindrical end to it, and basically pushed it up inside of the hose that's underneath the car where the water should be dripping out, and blasted, I don't know, probably 100 psi up into the hose. And basically, as soon as I took that hose out, the water just came gushing out of there. So clearly that opened up the block that was happening. I did shoot it a few more times just to make sure. A little more excess water came out, and then of course I turned the car on and started the AC up, which I haven't done in a couple days, by the way. It's hot here in Florida, and certainly enough water was freely dripping out of the exit hose, if you will, under the car. I also double checked under the glove box, and there doesn't seem to be any water coming from there, although I'm going to monitor that and keep an eye on that. I will add, underneath the glove box there are two screws, and they're underneath there is a sort of guard that guards sort of the fan, if you will. And I would recommend maybe taking that off, because there might be some trapped water in there that you're unaware of, and get that emptied out. But anyways, those two screws are really easy to remove. They're actually down here, right, I know it's hard to see, but basically if you look under the glove box, you'll see these two screws, and Phillips head screwdriver will just remove those. You're not taking the glove box out. That just allows you to take out the cover plate that's facing up underneath the glove box, and you'll see this white sort of material in there that some water will collect in. So I'm kind of leaving that off for a couple of days. I've got a towel in hand just in case it does continue to drip. I can kind of make sure, because obviously water in the carpet's just going to create a smell over time. But I think I have avoided maybe a $60 to $100 bill down at Hyundai, which they should have covered in the first place, but they did not. The car is only 2 years old. It's only got 20,000 miles. Come on, there can't be that much pollen in the air here in Florida, although we do have a lot. Last but not least, the hose is easily found. You're going to have to probably prop your car up a little bit. I use the kind of stands that you drive up onto just to lift the front of the car, and I didn't use jacks. They're just kind of ramps, super cheap. But anyways, I drove that up, put the emergency brake on, and I have a little dolly that I can wheel myself under. And basically, it's right next to the exhaust pipe, just behind the engine. It's super easy to find. It's pretty much in the middle of the car underneath, just behind the front tires. So, hope that helps. I'm sure you're going to have some blockage as well, but maybe with the air compressor and maybe 10-15 minutes of time, you can get this straightened out and be back to running nice and cool. Take it easy.